Something's wrong.
You have to take a deep breath. I have to look this up, okay?
I know this may come to a shock to a lot of you who have been following along and just watched us rebuild our whole sailing drive leg. But unfortunately, this passage ends with a ripped sail and an engine failure. In order to tell you how we got here, we need to go back to the beginning of this trip. Last time we landed in Beaufort, South Carolina and grabbed a mooring ball. We then picked up a rental car so that we could get a few days off the boat and go see some family down near Tampa, Florida. This video is not all bad news because today we're going to pick up a brand new dinghy engine. If you've been following along, you know that we've been having a lot of issues with our engine. We have tried fixing and replacing everything we can within reason, and it is still not starting up. With that in mind, we've been setting aside some funds for a new engine, and we're originally planning to pick up another 2-stroke engine after we got down to the Bahamas. But Patrick's Uncle Jim and Aunt Jackie reached out and wanted to contribute to our dinghy engine fund, which means we now have the budget to get a 4-stroke engine in the States. We haven't mentioned Jackie and Jim a lot on this channel, but they have been huge supporters of us choosing boat life since day one, and we are so beyond grateful for their help with this purchase and all of the support they have given us off screen.
Look at this beautiful engine.
Congratulations!
Thank you guys. Couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're an inspiration to us old people. You're an inspiration. Overcome your challenges and have fun.
Yeah.
Very proud of you guys.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetheart.
See, I can pick it up.
Is it going to be a problem if the cables get wet?
Well, I think we're going to try to make sure the cables don't get too wet. After doing some measuring, we decided to go with a 4-stroke 25 horsepower Yamaha.
Do I personally think this engine is too big? Yes, I do. But Patrick is happy, and I'm very happy because it has a push to start, so I can get it going all by myself, unlike our last motor, which I really struggled with. This is the scary part.
This is the hard part, yeah. It's going to be getting it up,
and
which
turned.
isn't too bad. Let's just try to stand it up, so put your side down. Walk it back. Okay. Now if you grab that handle, too, I think we probably could just tilt it up. Now, turn it. Oh, sorry, bud. Okay. Go about another inch. There you go. Oh, too far. All right, rotate it towards me. Yep. You're good. Yep. Slow. Yep.
Thank you
nice
so
job,
much.
Man. What's your name, by the way? Christopher.
It's crazy how helpful boaters can be. We have never met this man before, and he was just working on his boat on the dock and was super helpful in lending us a hand in getting our new engine onto the dinghy.
We siphoned the old gasoline out of the tank because it had 2-stroke oil in it, which we no longer need for the new 4-stroke engine. It's not the same. I don't really understand why the other side is not the same. The connector that came with the new engine didn't fit on our fuel tank, but thankfully the one that we already had attached to the fuel tank fit on the new engine. After fighting with our dinghy engine for months, it felt so good to pull the cord and have it start right away.
I'm so traumatized by motors, I'm just waiting for it to go, done.
Not a lot of wind, not a lot of current.
We are taking off from Beaufort, South Carolina. Gonna make it to St. Augustine in the next couple days, and then make it to West Palm Beach before we cross. So super excited, we're getting there. It has been freezing these last couple of days. We had a little bit of a break. We went and saw some family in Tampa, which was awesome, and got a new dinghy engine. We were in such warm weather, and then we came back and it's like been a really cold, a cold front's been coming through. So it's been like 20 degrees at night. It's way too chilly, but still so excited to get south and get past all this. It's kind of a messy station you have.
A little bit. We got a little bit more cleanup to do.
Yeah.
We have not had the most time to get situated. We just got back. Put up the new dinghy engine.
Even in my darkest traffic lights on. I don't know if I should go.
Unlike our last sail where we had to motor almost the whole way, we were able to sail almost the entirety of the couple of days it took us to get to St. Augustine.
It's like 40 degrees. Pretty cold. Grateful to have a nice coat. Patrick watched all of last night, so no, it's my turn. I'm gonna watch today and he's gonna go sleep. We just kind of figured out that I do a lot better if I'm not watching at night because once the sun sets I get seasick so much faster. So for me it's better to watch during the daylight hours. I'm feeling pretty good, a little bit tired. I still was kind of restless last night. I kept having like panic wake up time. I think, I don't know, just anxiety of being underway doesn't make me sleep well. But hopefully that gets better as time goes on and we get more used to it. It feels so incredibly good to be sailing and not motoring and just seeing the sails up and moving, and I don't know, I'm in good spirits. It's a little bit rolly, not terribly. We've been making really good time, around 5 knots averagely. We should be in St. Augustine either tonight or early tomorrow morning. Not quite sure yet. We'll see if we can keep up this speed or not.
You look like a little caterpillar cocoon.
We were only a few hours out from St. Augustine when we started losing RPM in the engine again. Just like last time, it was an air leak in the fuel line. We tried to tighten everything down and it was working fine, but unfortunately the problem came back, so we might have to grab a new hose and or connectors once we get to shore. The main issue is we kept having to turn off the engine every hour or so that we could bleed the line again and keep going, because at this point there was no wind to continue sailing without the motor. Seems like we have an air leak in our fuel line, which we can't replace this very second. We need to get inland first. So it's just kind of frustrating because Patrick has to keep bleeding the fuel line every I don't know, hour. It starts dropping RPM and we have to bleed it again because there's more air in there. And we're just like, oh, we're just so close. We just want to be done with this trip and then we'll actually fix it. Frustrating. Once we got into St. Augustine, we went over to the anchorage just south of the Francis and Mary Usina Bridge. When I went to drop our anchor, it wouldn't budge. Our fuse popped, which means Patrick had to replace the fuse while we circled this anchorage at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Not a very happy ending to this sail, but we managed to work it out. It felt so unbelievably good to be somewhere warm again.
Yeah, it's a lot of tension. I get pulled kind of hard.
How excited are you that we can get off the boat now?
It's so nice. And this will make a quick trip of it.
Oh my God. I really love St. Augustine. It's one of my favorite spots to anchor on the East Coast. It's also really nice because the grocery store is only about a 10-minute walk from the public dinghy dock. And if you pay for a day at the St. Augustine Marina dinghy dock, it includes showers, which isn't a terrible deal. There's chickens in this tree, or roosters. I've seen them, but I've never seen them in a tree before.
It's true.
Have you ever seen a rooster in a tree?
No.
Hi guys. Oh, please don't poop on me. How's your Mantis Marine bag, love?
It's great. It honestly is huge and comfortable to wear. So I'm trying to figure out where we have this air leak in our fuel system, and I'll have to say I don't think I'm much closer to the actual answer, which kind of sucks. But I do have like a much better understanding of, from the tank to the engine, all of the places that fuel could be up until it gets into the engine. Big engine bay, still not that fun to work in. So this pump right here isn't holding any pressure, which makes me think the leak is somewhere kind of like after that. I'm thinking maybe this hose looks also a little busted. So I'm thinking we're gonna replace this guy. Maybe it is just this hose right here. Maybe the tearing there. The hard part though is I feel like there's fuel in everything. It does look like Casper, in his infinite wisdom, did involve like a shutoff. It's like, now I feel like there'd be no fuel. I bought these little picks at the Harbor Freight and they're literally goated for getting. Before we could take off again, I needed to get this fuel line issue fixed. I made a quick trip to West Marine, see if we can get a new one of these pumps. Oh, I'm getting diesel all over myself. LOL. These are supposed to be my fancy pants too. Our friends Eric and Kim took us over to West Marine so I could pick up a new hose. This one looks closer. The outside all just looks the same, which is the crazy part. Right there? Hmm? Maybe. There we go. Got a new pump and also some extra hose, just in case we need that. Kind of hoping we don't, but I figured might as well just buy it while we're there, because you can't really go too wrong with having a little extra hose. Let's try to swap this pump in. So we want the flow going this way, so this is gonna go on the back side over here. This is gonna go forward. Let's go ahead and get that all the way nice and on there, and tighten this up. There we go. Let me give this a quick clean as well while we're here. See, there is like a little bit of gunk in there, and give that a quick little clean over here. Sorry if I sound a little foggy. I was recovering from catching a cold Michaela lovingly passed on to me. Well, that seems kind of harder. And you can actually hear it. You can hear the fuel coming out of here. So this is where like the fuel goes back into the tank. It's like the overflow, because this it comes here to the injectors, and then from over there it comes back over here to the injectors, and from down below this into the injectors. I have like a little bit of fuel right here in the high pressure system side of it, so might have to look at that. But then if I see, I was wondering maybe just redoing this hose just a little bit, so we just cut that little bit off the end of this. It's like the fuel return. Honestly, this guy doesn't even look that bad. Like the outside looks a little scuffed. The inside looks a little scored, but fine. Okay, I feel like that should be pretty good. This is way harder now. This is way harder. That seems way better. Sweet, that might have been it. Nice, dude, nice, yeah. I ran the engine for a couple hours just in idle at around 2,000 RPM, and we didn't have any issues with the RPM dropping or getting any air into the fuel line. So with that issue solved, it was time to prep to take off again.
We have been doing so much better with seasickness. I have gotten nauseous, but neither of us has actually gotten sick for many sails now. I decided to prep some actual food for our next trip because I knew we were going to be out there for a couple of days. And honestly, just eating little snacks here and there for days does not feel good. I made some egg salad and some pasta salad. I usually just mash up the eggs whole, but I saw someone make it by mixing the yolks and then cutting up the egg whites for a smoother yolk. But honestly, I think this was just a lot more work for something that tasted exactly the same in the end. We got this big block of cheddar cheese on sale, so along with putting it in the pasta salad, I also cut it up for snacks. I've never made pasta salad before. This was just a random made-up recipe. For the dressing, I used some stuff that we already had on hand. I mixed olive oil, lemon juice, a little honey, salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder. Then I thinned it out with just a little bit of water. It actually turned out really good. We're leaving St. Augustine today, heading to West Palm Beach. It's about 200 miles, so we're looking like 2 to 3 days, hopefully like more like 2 to 2.5 days. 2 nights because we're leaving in the afternoon. I'm not nearly as nervous as I used to be about this. I made some real food this time because we've done so well not getting seasick our last couple of sails. Hopefully I don't jinx that because I mean real food, but you know, I just thought it'd be nice to eat something other than like a Pop-Tart or a peanut butter and jelly. I'm looking forward to getting out of here. I really like St. Augustine actually. It's one of my favorite stops along the East Coast, but I am excited to get out of here and get further south and get over to the Bahamas. Once we get to West Palm Beach, we just need to like provision and then wait for a good weather window, and we'll be heading over to the Bahamas.
We have been in St. Augustine for a couple days now trying to figure out that fuel issue. I think we got it, but it's gonna be hard to tell until we actually get out there. But it looks like we have good enough weather just to hop out into the ocean and hopefully like 2 days later be in West Palm Beach. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Let's get going.
This was such a gorgeous day to take off. The water was insanely calm, but we had some great western wind coming off the land for sailing. We are finally getting into that warm weather we've been craving so badly.
A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remained the same. The swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
Having the waves behind us has been so calm. I actually like kind of got ready for the day because I was just bored and not seasick, so that was kind of fun to be able to do. We are going about 4.5 knots, sometimes closer to 5, and we've got like a butterfly, I think that's what it's called, configuration with the sails going on, like one that way, one the other way. I don't know. It's going well. The wind is going to be shifting to be more from the east later, and that'll be less comfortable for sure once the waves switch that direction as well, because it's just open ocean. But it kind of should be more like northeast, so I don't think it'll be that bad, and we'll kind of be turning northeast as well at that point, so they should still kind of be behind us. We'll see. It might get a little bit uncomfortable later, but for now I am vibing. I'm just watching TV, you know, obviously checking every couple minutes, make sure there's no other boats around, watching TV. Patrick's sleeping. It's so nice not to have the engine on and just be sailing, and it's so quiet and peaceful, and I don't know. I love it.
Wing on wing is so sick, bro. We have some pretty light winds at the moment. Something like 5 knots. It bounces between like, I'd say 5 and 8 knots, but we're going like 4 or 5. Wing on wing. We got some pretty big rolling waves behind us. They don't look that big right now though. But yeah, it's just nice to be out here. I just woke up from a bit of a nap after doing quite a bit of the night shift. So getting over a little bit of a cold. I'm feeling kind of proud of us. An overnight sail for us in the beginning felt like such a big deal. Like so much prep, so much thinking, there's a lot of anxiety around it. And this time it was kind of just like, oh look, this weather window showed up, let's just take it. And in a day and a half, we just cleaned up the boat. Michaela finished editing the video because we had to get it scheduled for Sunday. Grabbed a few things at the grocery store, and now we're out here. Not my favorite sail ever, but it has been a good sail. The first probably 8 hours or so hitting into the waves wasn't so fun, but we weren't battling into them so much. We were more like falling on top of them rather than hammering into them. And then this has just been nice. I'm glad that we're not queasy because like before, I feel like these waves definitely would have been making us throw up. So I feel like we have a much better handle on it. And we have like a lot of downwind kind of sailing left to do to get to West Palm Beach. And then we'll just get ready to cross to the Bahamas. And I couldn't be more excited. It's been like such a battle to get here that it feels like it's finally all coming together. It just feels kind of nice to be moving forward.
Eaten a lot of pasta salad, and this wasn't exactly a recipe, but I think it turned out good. I've never made it before.
Yeah,
I like it.
I agree. I think I like it more than I thought I was gonna like it.
It's nice. Nice and light and fresh.
Thanks for making it, love. These waves are a little big.
I look.
Michaela's not allowed to look at the waves. They're freaking her out.
Get a panic attack.
No, you're okay. We had to divert course because of the tugboat. God, they got far away fast. When we're sailing, we actually lift the drive leg out of the water. It can help us pick up a little more speed. We drop it back down and lock it into place when we're ready to use the engine again.
Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
I ate a little lunch and took a little nap, and now I'm back on watch until dark. I think I heard Patrick say that this isn't his favorite sail, but this actually might be my favorite sail. This is the least sick that I've been on like a sail. I don't know. It's just, I like having the waves behind us. It's so much more comfortable for me than being side to side. The weather is nice. The sound of the water is nice. We're moving quickly. I got no complaints. We're both in good health and good spirits. Yeah, I'm enjoying this sail more than I have in the past. First other boat I've seen looks like a cargo ship or a barge. I can't quite tell. There should be a red buoy coming up on our starboard side, and I just want to make sure that we have a lot of room. We're not close to it. Got plenty of room to go around this buoy. I'm gonna have to keep an extra eye out because we're going through a shipping channel. So just make sure there's no boats coming towards us. Patrick, how does it feel to be going 6.5 knots so comfortably?
Dude, we are flying. This is a fast boat. We are a fast boat now.
How does it feel to have the best wife in the world who makes great videos of our lives?
Honestly, fantastic. Couldn't pick a better one.
Aww. Thanks, love.
These waves are a little spicy.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're okay though. We're moving.
We're surfing down them.
Yeah, I saw 9.3. Like speed over ground. I was like, we should probably put a reef in.
Yeah, we got the Genoa Reef now. This is when things took a turn for the worse. We were seeing 15 to 20 knots of wind with gusts up to 25. I went inside to get some sleep, and a few minutes into Patrick's watch, our mainsail ripped. It immediately wrapped around the spreader, and we needed to get it down before it caused damage to the mast.
The line is still loose?
Yeah. I can go a couple clicks.
I just don't know if that's going to be enough to do anything.
So right now it's actually quite a bit off.
Okay. Oh, this is not good. Okay, hold on. Gotta think. Can you hand me my phone, please? Sorry, I'm just frustrated.
We flipped the engine on to turn into the wind so that we could get the mainsail down, but it wouldn't budge. And now we had about 8-foot side swell hitting us.
I know. Trying to bring it in here.
We tried to reel in the reefed headsail to slow us down further, but in all the panic, I didn't keep enough tension on the furling line. Oh, I wasn't holding it. I mean, we're gonna have to refix that later.
Okay, you gotta pull it out now, though. Okay, just hold on. Hold on to that.
Patrick had to go up front and twist the sail by hand so that we could get it back in properly.
Now keep tension on that guy?
Yep. Well, then let me unwrap it a little bit.
Yeah, thank you. You okay?
I might puke, but I'm okay.
One more attempt, and getting this thing down, otherwise we're just gonna have to leave it.
Yeah, and go in with it like that.
Yeah, it's just stuff here. Okay. Come on, get off. Can you hand me just like a piece of rope?
Rope, okay.
Yeah, like any of them. Any size should be pretty okay. Just something. That'll work.
Did you cut yourself?
Yeah, okay. Okay, no reason to be going this way anymore.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't even get it all the way into the wind, but then I stopped trying because you already got it down.
Yeah. But I do think I got caught up in the thing.
That'd be good.
That'd be great, yeah. It looks okay.
That's good. We finally managed to get our mainsail back down, but when we went to use our engine to get us back on course, it was making a very loud clunk when we put it into gear. Way louder than the last time we had issues. Oh, something's wrong.
Something is wrong. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta call a towboat. We gotta call
Nope,
something.
you have to take a deep breath. I have to look this up, okay?
We felt so defeated in this moment. It felt like it was all over. We just spent months repairing this drive leg, and now we are thinking it's somehow broken again.
Come hold this. Sailing, we just need to drive now.
With no mainsail, we got our headsail back up and were able to start downwind sailing towards West Palm Beach, Florida, feeling practically hopeless.
Okay.
The waves were much bigger than predicted. We were supposed to be getting around 4 to 5 foot waves coming behind us, but we were seeing 10 to 12 feet. This gave me a lot of anxiety after everything that just happened. We sailed through the rest of the night, and the few times I was able to fall asleep, I kept having nightmares that the sea was taking over Talia.
This felt impossible. After all that work, this felt like the end. I know a lot of you are going to tell us we need to call it quits, or that we are insane and that we don't have enough experience. The problem is, if we don't make mistakes and learn from them, we are never going to gain the experience we need to continue this adventure. I won't lie, this was scary. I'm proud of us for handling it as calmly as we did and knowing our limits. I'm proud of Talia for holding strong and keeping us safe. Even experienced sailors have days where everything goes wrong because, as we all know, the sea can be a humbling place. After a few hours of sailing downwind, I was able to calm down and decided that if the drive leg needed to be repaired, I could do it again way faster than I did last time. This was not going to be the end of boat life for us. I was determined that I could turn this around in a week and that we could keep going and continue on to the Bahamas. We scheduled a towboat to come pick us up outside of the West Palm Inlet.
And now we're getting towed because the nightmare continues, but at least we're making some forward progress. Maybe the drive leg isn't too broken, maybe it's something small. Fingers crossed. But we'll find out after we get on this mooring line and can take a deep breath, because man oh man, it's been too much of a day. So the day just keeps getting to be more of a day. Looks like the towboat operators fouled the propeller on something. So they're gonna try to fix that. I asked myself last night if I'm just not lucky enough to sail. And the answer might be yes, I'm not sure.
Wow, that was a lot to fit into one episode. Don't forget to subscribe next time we are figuring out what needs to be repaired, sewing up our mainsail, and provisioning for the Bahamas.
A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing.